seconds remaining.
Anti-mage.
Liquids turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Invictus game. I'm kind of liking it much more than the game one draft.
I'm a bit torn here because there are elements of Liquid's draft that I really like and some that I don't like as much, whereas for IG I feel like once again they've really got comfort strong picks for them.
I mean, burning AM.
Burning AM is one thing, but again, they got the Bo2 Monkey King, they have the Warlock for Q, so great team fight already. They have the catch, they have the strong, aggressive dual lane that they love to run with Warlock and Legion. Might actually already see it do some work here as they're going in against GH, Matumba, and Kuro. But, alright, that's going to be the end of that. Excellent skirmish. People were hit twice, and everyone runs away. So, anyway, as far as Liquid goes, I think Darkseer is a great hero. I think it hasn't been picked enough in this tournament, in my opinion. I think Mind Control is really, really adept on the hero. So, it's a good choice overall. AM, however, has a good time against him in lane most of the time, and the problem I see for Liquid is, you know, I've been criticizing them quite a bit for that this tournament. I still feel once again maybe their lineup a bit on the greedy side. They definitely have play potential a little bit better. I think compared to the previous game, they have a higher chance of dealing with the enemy cores, I would say. But still, I'm with IG on this one, just based on draft. I like their options a bit more. And what I see from Liquid is aggressive, where their supports come together and something early on. They have a chance of winning their lanes. They do it right.
And of course, the final pick as well for Liquid, getting the Miracle Invoker through the draft, something that, you know, in a previous series just wouldn't have been allowed to happen. How come that's another this time? Is there legitimate reason for IG not to be too worried about an Invoker this game? They've got ways to deal with it.
They have a couple of pretty good counters. Anti-Mage deals fairly well with Invoker, doesn't take too much damage from his spells. You have Mana Void when Invoker has used all his tank. Legion Commander duel is annoying for Invoker as well. Miracle will have to get a Link into this game for sure. The question is if it's going to come at the right timing. Obviously, Linken's a pretty expensive item. Legion Commander with this lane set will probably be a fairly fast blade mail. And that's something to be concerned about. Main thing for Liquid so far, though, is secure their save and make sure Matumba Man gets off to a good start. Decent nuking here, but offsetting it with the heal.
Very
straight back in they go.
Very strong dual lane. XXS and Q. Man, a self-sustained GH. Try to get the block off onto XXS, but again, just the damage coming out from this Legion is too much for that Earthshaker to stand next to. And now we're at a point where Kuroki and GH are pretty much throwing everything they had in the tank at the Legion. And they've got a backup. No mana left on the two supports. Tumba can take a bit of harassment in the bottom lane. As expected, that classic just straight counter that the AM's able to provide against the Darkseer is burning Mind Control. And then what are you going to do? You're a Darkseer without mana. You can't hang around in the lane. Burning, he's going to get the free farm that essentially destroyed Liquid in game one.
The lanes are already looking very good for IG early on. I think they have the potential. This is why I was saying it's important for Liquid supports to find success, because it's entirely possible for IG to win all three lanes. Actually, mid lane, OP might be finding a solo kill on Miracle.
Miracle
is totally out of position in the lane. It's first blood.
What is going on? OP will be absolutely loving life there. Already doubling the CS of the Invoker. Getting that kill onto Miracle as well.
They should not be happy. I'm not an expert on this matchup exactly, but I know that there definitely shouldn't be a kill going Storm's way. And for now, Miracle's just getting outplayed. Just imagine this lane is fairly even in a vacuum, and nobody has interfered in mid, so Miracle is straight getting outplayed by OP.
Liquid were very close to having a grasp on the XXS there, but the fishy block not quite there, was able to walk around the base of it.
Shrine. That's such a big strength that this lane has. They're even going to stack both of their camps at the same time before they Shrine. This is very effective play from IG. It's just, you force so much pressure on this Legion Commander from Liquid. They have to commit so many resources, and if they don't find the kills, this Shrine is what makes this lane so powerful. All of these resources being expended, and XXS comes back to lane straight away again. Matumba got some space.
He did. Still, of course, behind the farm that Burning's able to get on this bottom lane. And I imagine in terms of levels, yeah, Burning a full level ahead because of the fact that he's just not having to share it that much. We're sometimes seeing the Monkey coming down here to help him, but he doesn't need him around all the time. Burning can survive in the lane on his own, and it really is going to be that sort of solo start that he got on the Morphling, this time on an AM, and arguably, yeah, I'd say a Burning AM's a little scarier than a Burning Morphling, and that really is saying something. Lane that looks towards Mind Control. Again, just removing that mana, making sure the Mind Control goes back, and indeed he is going to have to go potentially all the way back.
I don't know about this Boots purchase from Mind Control, if that's the right choice. He has the Arcane Aura, the Mana regen, but without having Soul Ring, this lane is getting really difficult for him. kind of has to retreat into the jungle, but he's playing against Monkey King, who can just come and steal half of his experience, even some of the last hits. At least he gets the bounty rune. We'll return to base to try and... The Soul Ring is pretty far away. This is a very low Soul Ring for Darkseer. 7 CS and 4.5. Not looking a spot for him right now. Top lane, however, looking great for IG. They might even kill Matumba here if he's not careful.
XXS looking for the chase down. Certainly a lot of damage is going to be done. Taking down as well to the Shadow Word. GH will look to hopefully set something up for Liquid in turn, countering and getting the kill on Q, but the heal's there. He'll be able to back away. Q with the jukes now through the sidelines, making Matumba really work for this one. And Matumba's got to be careful. XXS was looking to see if he can finish him off. We'll turn towards Kuroki. Kuroki does manage to finish off the kill there with the Crystal Nova, but XXS should be able to find this. He's got another nuke, drops it down onto the CM. XXS will find the trade. Still Matumba and GH very, very low. Matumba has to be careful. Another overwhelming odds in 5 seconds. Could be disastrous for the Spectre sitting around on low health.
Radiant's middle tower.
Keep in mind this is a 2-on-3 lane. The amount of resources that are being expended by Liquid. The problem with Crystal, Maiden, Shaker as a support duo is that none of them has this like really high damage.
And look at this mind control. He's trying to man up, but he's out mana with Burning jumping in for Boka. Oh, okay, the double deny. All right. 2 kills for IG, 1 for Liquid, and 2 for the neutrals at 5.5 minutes into the game.
Oh my god, it's been a while since I've seen that.
Double
that is
deny.
Hilarious.
That I don't think I've ever seen a neutral take down one of each side at the same time. Satire. They're cheering for that great.
Yep, definitely not Navi. Okay.
Here we go. Mid lane, Miracle in trouble. Sentry's been laid down. Can Miracle get himself out of range? He cannot. OP. And Q with a quick play and a sentry drop. Take down Invoker for the 2nd time in this mid lane.
So, thinking back on just expecting what was going to happen in this early lane stage, Liquid had to make work done with their supports. They've done their best to try and secure this top lane and get something. They haven't really been successful. No rotations with any success. This rotation from Shaker mid still had Miracle die. They can't really connect with Mind Control bottom and utilize his hero. They don't have this kind of hero that uses Ion Shell like a Ricky that can put pressure with the shell or whatever. The roaming support is a Shaker, and he doesn't want to come in close, so there's a disconnect in their lineup. They never really get to show the teamfight potential if they don't get these lanes under control.
Top lane, go on to XXS, look at the frostbite. Onto the movement speed buff, but XXS still
Not
with the backup. Shadow Word's there. It's so hard for Matumba and Kuro to finish off skill. They have a bit of control, but the damage is not even there. I mean, even with this Fisher, I kind of question if they can finish him off.
Yes,
and just can't. It's just too of a hard target to go on. And as you mentioned a couple of minutes ago, it's just so many of Liquid's resources being put towards this. Desperately securing Matumba Man farm, which they are, but still it's not the same level as farm that Burning is getting on his own safe lane. And Burning requires just a fraction of the help that Matumba needs in this laning stage.
Yeah, like, in theory he doesn't need any. You can actually even play this lane one-on-one as anti-mage because of Spell Shield. You just get a fast ring of health. This Burning actually going to take a different approach. He's going Vanguard first. I think with this hand, they can just leave him alone down here if they want. Thought we were going to see Double Fury. You definitely want the Ring of Health in this matchup, almost no matter how much health you get. 3-point in spell shield. Look at the skill build from Burning. Very unusual.
What I like about this Vanguard pickup is it's going to be very nice at a point where Liquid would have wanted to look for rotations. Rotations actually like they are onto the mid lane. They'll go towards OP, drop the combo, and they do take down the Storm. Smart movement from support. But that kind of rotation on Vanguard, it's not going to cut it because of that extra health. Suddenly, these Sunstrike combos aren't going to just one-shot and bring down an AM.
Absolutely not. The extra health,
makes all the
what's
difference.
Important. The block isn't that significant in this game. There aren't too many heroes that are going to just be right-clicking him away with high attack speed or anything of that like, but it's very useful to still have especially the bonus health. And of course, wants to build into
there we have that replay again,
and a Missile Blade later.
A smile from the IG booth comes out. I can't believe it. A little chuckle there. At the end of the day, Dota 2, a game that can certainly bring out a smile from everybody.
It's so refreshing to see that these guys are playing a really important match, but you can still see the entertainment value in this moment. One of the highlights of the tournament, I would imagine, actually. Oh, that's hilarious.
And still, the situation for Liquid, not so much for themselves, as IG top 3 highest cores in regards to net worth. Mid lane, they are looking towards Q. Again, keeping Kuroki and GH in the neighborhood to try and really put pressure on mind control.
Radiant's
Able to
bottom
surge away
tower
just
is
in
under
time.
attack.
They're leaving Matumba on his own on this top lane. And it looks for the time being, well, he's being pressured to farm into the tower, but he's fine with that. He has got his level 6, soon to get the level 7. So maybe then able to join the rest of Liquid and look to find some big kills to really pick the pace up after not the quickest of starts in that segment.
Still is, however, IG sitting in the top 3 in terms of last hits and probably in terms of net worth
as well. Yeah.
So this is a massive laning stage victory. We've seen it before from
Bottom lane, here we go with the Horn, ready to make the plays. They'll go for Bo2.
Dire's top
Burning.
tower is under attack.
Not going to be in a position to punish this, of course. Yet to put a point in the mana void. Very much just skilling for the lane and for the farm. No interest in fighting, just in surviving.
This is the hero that's great with Iron Shell. The Spectre of GH.
Oh, but yes, himself and freebie there.
So the Iron Shell Haunt is very powerful. Get the kill on Bo2, but of course they can't really kill the Anti-Mage with that Haunt. There's just no way. Burning going for the most defensive build possible, almost. One less point mana break, one more in blink, but that's it. A bit surprising, to be honest, that he's maxing Spell Shield. It's not that high value.
But I mean, well,
he is against Darkseid, so it's a consistent harassment.
And against the lineup as well, Spell Shield and Vanguard, he's pretty ungankable. With the heroes that Liquid have, just only the Seer and the Shaker, it's not gonna, it's barely gonna tickle it.
But still imagine there might have been a play potential on the Darkseer at some point with a level 6 Mana Void, level 7 Mana Void, level 8 Mana Void, like at least a Mana Void at some point, but regardless, the read from IG is, you know what, Darkseer isn't going to make this mistake, we're just going to play it safe, farm up, feel confident that we're going to take it later. And I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. I really like their lineup going late into this game as well. It's the type of lineup that can beat Spectre, because they have so good jump with both the Legion, Storm, and AM, who will eventually be turning this Vanguard into an Abyssal Blade, that even a extremely farmed Spectre won't have that easy of a time. And Burning will still go for the Battle Fury. So he doesn't do the skip Battle Fury build. Don't really see any reason why he would.
Just building it safe and playing in a way that is pretty hard for Liquid to punish. We'll see what their plan is at the moment. Get that level 6 up on the Shaker GH. Sapping in the experience in that bottom lane. Big dagger timing. We're looking on the Legion. Very, very close. So Legion, maybe that picked up. And that certainly will be the time to try and, as IG move around and punish some of these big heroes. And like Matumba, man, he's actually just going to walk straight into the clutches of XXS. Doesn't even need the blink for that one. And that will give him the goal to get it.
Excellent setup. This is the 12-minute bounty rune. They're in position with 3 heroes. They have a feeling Matumba will try to go and grab this rune. Or someone else. They get a big kill. Getting some information here. He might see Kuro. He will. They see each other. Kuro has a TP out if he wants to get away.
We'll see if Bo2 holds the strike to cancel the potential TP if he wants to chase, but
Kuro will be fine.
Yeah, it isn't going to go for the CM. Burning again on the bottom, harassing down GH. And this should be a very respectable Battle Fury Vanguard timing for Burning at this rate. I mean, Kuro's down here again. They could be annoying for sure. They could hold Burning back away from getting the CS, but no chance of killing this AM really unless they throw. I feel at least 4 heroes at it.
Yeah,
from
pretty
Liquid.
much.
They need a lot of resources to bring him down.
When Shaker is 6, it is a possible with Sunstrike.
Be close though. I think
Actually,
he's still get the chance.
Yeah, try again. So
Yeah.
that's like 3.5 heroes.
Yeah.
And maybe that isn't even enough because the Aftershock is only level 1 from GH, so the Echo Slam doesn't stop for that long.
And then you just add either kind of a Q or XXS into the situation with one of their heals and purges, and no chance of killing that AM.
It's actually a very good point to bring up for the entirety of this game going forward. How do they kill AM with Legion behind? This hard purge is a really big issue for them to deal with. It can break the Shaker combo off pretty nicely. The AM will have a Manta eventually against the Frostbite himself, against the Cold Snap. It's not easy for Liquid.
I mean, it is an early and a bit of a bold call to make, but this very well could pan out to be a series where Burning just doesn't die unless Liquid wants to do something drastic. And look to kind of abuse IG's lineup elsewhere. There's definitely other plays that they can make to get the game really going at their tempo. Matumba Man, still, again, it's sort of a similar position that he was in the Weaver game 1. He's just not on the same par as the rest of the cores in the game in terms of farm. He's got a lot of space that he needs to climb up. You know, only 500 towards the relic. It's not going to be a quick radiance unless they can find these miraculous team fights.
Oh, bottom lane, they're trying for burning this time.
There's the Echo Sam. They have the damage. There is a DD on Miracle. That could spell the difference, but no. There's the duel. Jump in from XXS. The chaotic offering jumped onto 3. OP's there as well. Miracle. Can he get himself away? The Fatal Bot's on him. Burning. Jumps forward. Looking for Miracle. Burning will fall. Trying to pick up a double. This is massive for Liquid. See the loss. They have to go in and get even more. The overwhelming odds nuke from XXS will drop the Shaker. Q on his way back to the tower. 2 for 2 at the moment. Both teams losing a corner support. See if they can get anything more. Liquid. They still have the horn. They'll look towards Q. They'll jump forward for XXS. Won't get him, but a brilliant fight for Liquid. Great use of the DD on Miracle. Getting involved. Smart wraparound from the Shaker.
And this, to me, is the perfect example.
That is perfect. Bring the full 5-man down there.
Of 2 things. First of all, what Liquid can do, that they're playing to the opportunity that they have. And second, that they need Mana Void. That was actually, if Burning has a point in Mana Void there and one less point in Blink, I think Liquid get below the 3 or 4 heroes. That's actually how much it mattered. Burning went for the 4th Blink point. So, you know, it's easy to be Captain Hindsight on it, regardless. And maybe the 4th point, he's thinking, okay, if I blink and they jump me, I only have 5 seconds before I can do it again. It is a great skill point. It's not that, but you just think about potential, right? Like, what can you actually do in the fight? Burning is going to skill Health Talent as well. He's still skilled ulti on level 12. I don't think I've seen this ever in this patch, at least. Oh, there we go. Finally, Mana Void point now. So you can't do it more defensively. Vanguard, 4 levels Blink, 4 levels Spell Shield, Health Talent, then you get your Mana Void point.
Top lane, IG will find the tier 1. OP, of course, that's by racking up a charge on the Bloodstone. 13 charges at the 16-minute mark. Early days, but it's going the right way for him.
Running again. No haunt.
We'll blink for this. But in fact, he's graded into OP's there with a zip through, gets the grab bag onto the Earthshaker. GH is down. IG can have more. OP still with his haste rune because they do some damage to Liquid. Kuroki, Amatuma looking for the retreat. OP does zip up there to the high ground. Maybe a little wary that Miracle could react.
It's this level 4 Frostbite on Maiden that's a bit scary. Obviously, since the change to Roots makes Crystal Maiden a pretty good hero against Storm Spirit in comparison to the past, she was absolutely awful. And OP will respect that, since he knows he has a lot of Bloodstone charges and doesn't want to throw them away trying to kill a CM, who was realistically the only hero he had a chance of kill there even.
Dire's middle tower.
Burning.
Control and Kuroki looking to it.
In 5 seconds.
Okay. With the Haunt, maybe they could play him.
Shaker's coming down.
It's still so hard. They need to get Echo onto him. And they still, of course, need
Warlock has Golem, no TP.
I'm waiting to close that gap. Well, look, GH is towards them, so makes it a good timing. You know, support Shaker's Blink Dag.
It's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah,
it's very hard to close that gap. They need that link on Shaker. Once they have that on GH, then they can definitely make plays like that. But until that point, unless they catch Burning kind of moving through the tree line into the jungle and catch him for the Fog of War, it's pretty impossible to lock him down.
They not only need the Blink, they also need better information. They have good wards in the woods, but they didn't have any vision in the lane, and they didn't have any vision next to the tower. They didn't see, I think 3 of IG's heroes were currently sitting in the Fog of War at the time. That was the Warlock, the Storm, and I think the Monkey King as well. And if either of those 3 heroes is there, Burning doesn't die and they lose heroes. So with the play they pulled off before at the bottom tier, if they can do it again. Burning now with a Fury here. 18
minutes in
really good font.
And Battlefield, especially considering as they were able to kill him once. So Burn really not being knocked off the pace that he wants to be hitting. Still at the top, Miracle is there to get the good Midas timing in the mid lane. Axe complete at 18 minutes in. And this is a hero that you'll be feeling very comfortable with having Miracle on if you are Liquid. One of his finest. And definitely something that he can pull out a bit of a special performance. We'll look into what we saw yesterday in the series against Newbie, where they with a great TA play from Miracle. See if he can do it for them on the Invoker this game round, and he is certainly going to need to pull out a few of them. But still, the 3 cores of IG looking incredibly farmed for this stage of the game.
Big fight here. being set up by Liquid. They have 3 observers, 3 sentries on Kuro.
And
it's very clear. They're smoking toward, and then they'll see whether they can set up a team fight. They have level 2 vacuum only currently on mind control, and of course the play you were looking for is the vacuum into a meteor combo. Liquid already have it invoked on Miracle, but anything you do.
I mean, GH still does not have the blink dagger, so no blink on himself to close this gap. IG
is so hard. So hard for Liquid to find this opening, especially because it isn't there right now. There actually isn't even.
IG's out of there. They smoked up themselves. They do a quick sweep of Liquid's jungle, and Miracle will just reveal himself with the tower push. So Liquid may still be hoping that they go for some sort of bait play with Miracle, and there it's going to be XXS will bite for it. Jumps forward. Liquid with the reaction. The wall's being dropped. The chaos often comes through. Onto drag back onto GH, he gets the X, but he's onto the solo OP. Freezing Field comes out just in time for Crody. Does a lot of damage here, but he manages to survive. Liquid have taken 2, they'll look towards Q as well. Wow, Liquid, big fight for them there. 3. Krogi, I believe he got a full duration off on that Freezing Field. They weren't able to stop him.
That was a phenomenal fight for them. I did not think they were going to win this 3-0. Burning had gone on Town Portal, so he couldn't come from the top when we were split pushing. Liquid found this small window where they could take the fight, and actually it was kind of IG that wanted to take the fight, and I don't blame them for going for that. When you get solo duel on the Invoker, you force out Fissure, you force out multiple other spells in response. You would think, okay, this is when Storm can just jump in and clean up a couple of kills with a beautiful Golem and Fatal Bombs, but Liquid, the mechanism from Darkseer, keeping them all alive, and now Q's going to get soloed by Miracle. He needs to get the hell out of there really fast.
The massive piece does get the boundless strike. There's going to be a reaction from Liquid. There's the duel straight up. Burning jumps in the midst of it all. Big mana void there, doing huge amounts to Liquid. They have got a scatter. They've lost Miracle. Mind Control getting chased down as well. They'll get the second. Burning with the double kill. And he had that mana void this time around, level 2, and it did a hell of a lot of damage.
Yeah. As the ultimate gets involved, it seems to be the only thing that IG have been missing in this game, is just in the team fights. That previous fight was really close, 4-on-5. Burning can get involved in the future fights. Having the Town Portal ready will be a totally different story. So, still, Liquid showing pretty good signs of life with that fight, getting the tower and multiple kills. Of course, on the way out, they gave a couple of exits here for Burning. Still is scary. Still looks like a great game for IG overall, with a little bit of a bump in the road. This is still massive out farm. So much more CS.
We may see him have a better chance of catching up very soon. He is closing in on that Radiance. Relic done 800 gold towards the recipe.
Big item.
So that certainly could help turn the tides even more in favor back for Liquid. But also big items still closing in for the members of IG OP. Looking towards that Orchid. And at this stage of the game, if he is able to get it, there's not going to be the Lincolns yet. Miracle. And they can certainly look to try and punish some of these big playmakers that Liquid have at the start of the fights.
I think Orchid Shaker every fight, more or less. If they don't get Fissure off and don't get the Blink Echo, it doesn't really matter that the other heroes are able to fight, because as look duel and on Miracle, so Shaker's the only one who can high efficient time for the duel to even end, so Miracle can play his hero. And if Miracle doesn't play his hero, they don't kill heroes. That's kind of the short version of it. So that will be a very big pickup for the Storm. Will have his Lincolns somewhat around the same time, so Storm will be a bit hesitant to go on the Invoker. And of course that goes for the Legion as well, who is building BKB. No Lincoln's Breaker for him, wondering if he will change his mind into a Halberd. Not the greatest Halberd game though, it's only really good for the Lincoln's Break, nothing else.
Oh, this is a big play that Liquid are trying here. The full smoke down the mid lane, but it has been scanned out. IG know that there's heroes in the vicinity.
They're going to bait Burning here. This fight can get really
they want to go
nasty.
the back off. This could be a big scan that plays off for IG. Liquid on the high ground. Smoke will be dispelled. Miracle on the front. So knows that there's something fishy going on. And that looks like it will be enough to cause Liquid to back off, realizing that their smoke has been used out. And will make sure that they're not baited in by the Burning AO.
At this point, it's a very big mistake to open on him, I think. You want one of two things. Either you want IG to jump you, where you get a great counterplay that we're going to have. He's going to get the kick.
They're going to get the shaker first. OP looks at zipping on the back, manages to get the silence, the drag back onto the mind control with the whoop down as well. They're getting split up. They have lost the Monkey King though. Burning, already picking the double. Now turns towards the Storm, rooted up underneath the tower, but he will deny himself. Burning has to blink out. 2 at the moment. Triple kill for Burning. As he will escape, they'll look for the Sunstrike. As he gonna connect. OP back into the fight.
Yeah, a lot of blood stones.
Liquid changed. And yeah, I believe it took about 16 or 17 or 18.
Yeah, 18.
18 at that point, yeah.
Pretty much instant respawn.
So again, I mean,
Not too bad for Liquid.
They do, well, they get 2 kills, force the Storm to deny himself, but a triple kill for Burning, that's a fair bit of gold continuing to go the way of this anti-mage and making sure that Burning keeps his lead and is very close to having Manta style completed.
By no means a great fight, like, don't get me wrong, like, it's not like they're, yes, that was a great fight for us, but I still just feel like IG's lineup is really, really strong right now, and when they get these kind of jumps, if Liquid can get just these half-decent trades, I don't think they can hope for much more at this point. When they get jumped like that, this was, in my opinion, kind of the best case scenario. Again, a fight that could have gone
This could be nice.
They've
got a DD on Invoker, they've got the Echo Slam straight up. Have they got the stun control though to bring him out? There's the dagger forward and Burning, looking to try and play as well, but the cold stout controls there. Great moves from Liquid. Very, very nicely done.
That's a tier 1 as well.
Down for a full minute, the money going Miracle's way as well. It ends that unstoppable 6-kill streak of Burning.
Storm got the mid tower in the meanwhile, but big claim here for Liquid. It's a lot of gold, that single kill. Get the tier 1 as mentioned. See, the Orchid is available for Storm in base. I'm not sure why he's not sending out the courier right now, because having this Orchid ready now could give them the potential to take a team fight. Or if Liquid were greedy enough to go for tier 2 or Roshan, maybe they might even get the tier 1. Liquid are showing a lot of respect here.
Radiant's top tower is under
I like to
attack.
see up the siege creep. We'll do a hell of a lot of damage.
They'll do it the safe way.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Fair enough.
155 a hit there, Carty. The biggest he's ever been.
Alacrity on siege creep is kind of stupid.
It is pretty crazy. That is yeah. But Lincoln's now done for Miracle.
Is that a full BKB on Legion? Oh,
It is. XXS is a complete now.
that item, we haven't really talked about it so much. It's so good against Liquid's lineup. It's great against Invoker for obvious reasons. Great against Spectre, no Desolate, no Radiance damage. Great against Darkseer, can't even vacuum. You're sure you can make a wall, but people need to want to walk into it in the first place. BKB actually hard because the entirety of Liquid's lineup. So this BKB on Legion will make him twice as strong in fights. He can very confidently jump in right now. I would imagine Storm will be getting it next. It looks like that is the case. Already bought the Ogre Club, as a matter of fact. IG is still. Again, Liquid are taking these pretty good fights and making these pretty good moves, but still it's like such a hard game for them. And that's where we come back to the strategy. Do they actually even have the tools to win this game when it comes to that point? Like,
They've certainly got the Wombo combo.
yes.
And they do have Spectre and Invoker late game are
Here we
brilliant.
go again.
Miracle as well, I believe. He just picked up the Arcane Rune. Yeah, still got a good bit of time on that. He certainly used this, but again, these movements being scanned out. IG know the Liquid there. So they themselves would just get into a position to counter the smoke rotation. Like just being honest.
They want to move up the high ground here. Good decision for them not to do that. Strike. Gonna find absolutely nothing. Well, checks the roof. No IG right there.
Could have to be so careful with IG all off the map.
Bo2 is getting some good farm on the Spectre though in the meantime, so he is catching up a bit to, he's not going to reach Burning's level. If there's no fights, AM will keep staying ahead, but Matumba is losing relative round. And Liquid are showing up bottom. They want to push this tower, need to be a bit careful with the duel here. They don't actually have that vision.
IG want to fight. There's no vision behind the tower on the high ground for Liquid.
They need to get the hell out of there, I
If
think.
XXS gets a lead, and especially on someone like the GH, it's going to be pretty disastrous. BKB's pop, looks towards Matumaman, but actually, out-duking him there with the horns, making him duel an illusion. Matumaman comes on the back lines, the slam will be dropped down, but Bo2 falling low Q, get off the goal, bring in time. Burning, looks towards mind control, back into 3, Kuroki still surviving. Oh no! Oh! A very unfortunate pause. But
Sick play from Matumba here.
yeah, that juke there with the horn, throwing XXS off guard, forcing him to duel eventually an illusion, and just that distraction, allowing Liquid to get around to the backliners, taking away the Monkey King and the Warlock. Did get the Chaotic Offering off in time. Burning, still looking relatively strong, but this could be a fight where, I mean, I think Liquid could be able to clean up.
meteor on him. I think Burning will actually die
And
here.
if OP goes with the Golem as well, the Desolate's going to kick in. Can they kill Burning? That's the question. Liquid have already found 2 Burning. Now he'll get the blink off in time. They do get the Storm. Kuroki will end up falling. The Fatal Ponds from Miracle connecting him as he takes a punch with the Golem, brings him down. Jump forward from G8. Looking for the chase down, but 2 man's there as well. XXS with the Mel trying to keep them off. So man has to be a little careful. Still has to respect the fact that Burning can turn and punch back. Miracle looking to close the gap. Has he got any spells ready? Yeah, doesn't find the catch. Burning will escape, but still, Lick with a very impressive team fight. Fighting in a situation they're lacking the vision. XXS just couldn't get the lead in it. Again, Matumba man with that horn play.
So there were multiple things that needed to happen for that even to come to be in the first place. Matumba wanted to break the smoke, so he got information about what was happening in the first place. He was the only target that Legion could find here. I think we might see it here. So see, everyone is backing off on the right. Matumba sees him. Jumps over, jumps over, jumps over, jumps over.
And then GH with his fissure as well onto
Great fissure.
Allows him to close it with a follow through echo.
That was super good
Really,
by Liquid.
Really nice. I mean, 50, 60, 29 minutes into. Still with playing leading the way, but Liquid showing us they have a lot of promise in these team fights.
They need these massive outplays still though, you know. I know I'm saying it a lot, but feels like Liquid have to play this like super well executed fights every time, and they're delivering. This is top class play for them. The problem is if they falter just for a little bit and have a couple of misplays in the fight, or if IG get the perfect engage, I still just IG can probably kind of run away with the team fight. Don't you agree? Don't you just have this feeling that the BKBs on IG will make it at some point too difficult?
But they need to get the
Storm
jump.
BKB, Anti-Mage BKB. Anti-Mage actually has the BKB in 50 gold. Storm has his in 1,000. The disadvantages in the fight are stacking up for Liquid, and they don't have the answer that like corresponds to this BKB. They don't have anything that pierces it. Oh,
trying to
quick
get GH in
response
position.
from Burning. They're gonna see Liquid. Can they find another of these dream fights? This is some of the best team fighter I've ever actually. It's very impressive, in my opinion, the IG lineup right now.
Especially as you said, if Liquid are still able to pull it off against mass BKBs.
This will do nicely.
Liquid getting, okay, so Mind Control, or sorry, Miracle getting the travels soon. Mind Control relatively underfarmed on Darkseid in this game, working towards his Blink Dagger minute 30 with Reeve, so not having the greatest game, but he's making do with what he has. Shaker closing in on 4 staff. I think that is a big item to look for, just when Anti-Mage blinks in, create that little bit of distance. Get out of the Monkey King Wukong's command. Ideal doesn't get to cast it actually. I think they did a great job last fight just isolating the Monkey King on the side and killing him off. And Warlock barely got the Golem off as well. It could have gone worse for IG as well. What do we have queued up for Burning? He wants to get Abyssal. And there's this interesting dynamic between Spectre versus AM that we've seen in a lot of games historically, because they've been two of the most favored hard carries in slower metagames. That Desolate is amazing against AM when they fight later if BKB runs out, because Spectre can deal a lot of extra pure damage. At the same time, AM can burn Spectre's mana really quickly, and Spectre has relatively high mana costs relative to her pool. 160 on Dagger, 150 on Haunt, 125 on Manta. And in addition to that, AM is one of the heroes that can man-fight Spectre at pretty much any stage in the game, as long as he's ahead on farm. It's definitely the case for Burning here. Being cast set up.
Yeah, it really is. Whoever gets the jump on who. And certainly a situation that it is the odds are stacked in favor of
He's in a
IG.
pretty bad position here. Alright, well, gonna let Burning push out instead. Get a bit of information here, not too much. Killing Burning is going to be tricky now that he has BKB. Now all of this Invoker combo and Cold Snap won't work. They basically have to kill him during Shaker's stun lock. And that's about 6 seconds, roughly, that GH can provide if he gets all his spells off. That's given that there's no counter engage.
Yeah, if XXS is in the neighborhood to
Press the attack, or Jewel, or if
certainly
Storm or
turns
hits
around.
him and jumps, or if they drop a Golem. There's so many ifs. Push out bottom. And top at the same time. Haunt is online. Bo2 would probably like to fight right now. Some pretty good vision in the neighborhood here for IG. They see Invoker farming Ancient Camp. They probably saw that TP from GH as well. If Liquid smoke here, will it? They're currently visible at least. Sentry from Pool. We'll actually see this ward if they get vision up there. It is in range.
BKB's been picked up for Miracle now, so very likely that he gets his combo off these fights with the Lincolns and
big.
BKB combination.
Yeah, so now Legion can duel him for BKB. There's nothing that pierces BKB until Anti-Mage gets the Abyssal. And when he does, you might not want to kill it. Abyssal and Invoker just so you can get... It can be nice, but just keep in mind how big play potential there is when you committed both of those abilities just to start a duel.
Dire's bottom tower.
Liam takes bottom tower, classic burning stuff. Actually took 33 just to get the save. Oh well, offlane tower for Liquid.
You see burning, of course, with the leading net worth and last hits, but kill participation 93% from Timber. Playing a very active Spectre, and it's certainly helping him cope with the pace of the rest of the game. Actually looking towards Roast. Do have to be a little careful. Liquid know about it and are smoked up.
Wants the full wraparound. Smoke duration. Still a good amount of time to work with for Liquid.
It's so hard for Liquid to get up to that high ground. They just cannot go that route.
Burning can buy Abyssal, by the way, if he wants. He's holding on to buyback for now. Actually, doesn't have to buyback yet, but he wants to get buyback. No, never mind. Let's go get the Abyssal. This Abyssal reveal is really crucial if he gets a key target. He will not be ready for
initiation. GH will get the Echo Slam on the back lines, through for the Legion Commander, zipping from OP, looks towards Miracle, Miracle gets the BKB out, but physical damage is going to be too much. No, the Ghost walks down, Miracle survive. Only death at the moment is for Bo2 on the Monkey King. Liquid, Zalami Matuma Man looking pretty fat, jumps towards Q, GH back in with the stun lock onto OP, Miracle comes back out, triple kill from Matuma Man, and they're not done yet, they look towards Burning, looks to try and get himself away, the Tornado isn't going to clip him. May actually get, looks like Burning will survive. Oh, Miracle, that BKB and Ghost Walk surviving on a slither of health, turning around to enable that triple kill from Matuma Man. Into the pit they go, and Liquid.
Another fantastic fight. I would love to see a replay on IG's vision here, who they have vision of. I don't think jumping Invoker is the right choice right now. There's too much counterplay potential. If they can jump, especially the Shaker, again, GH very quickly finds the Monkey King, takes him out of the fight.
Have a look.
So let's see. I think they only see Miracle. So they go for the jump that they feel like they have. Instant Haunt plus Echo Slam, Kipaboka, and does so much damage to Legion that he's not a threat in this fight. If the BKB doesn't come out before all of this damage is dealt, Legion doesn't have an impact. So basically what Liquid managed to do there was they forced pretty much a 5-on-3 instantly. And that is a fight that IG cannot possibly win. Another big play from Liquid. I'm super impressed with them this game. I think this is some of the best they've played all tournament. Maybe apart from game 3 of the last series.
GH just motionless, in shock at how well that fight went and how well
I killed Monkey King. Nice to everybody. Say something.
In this game, it's exactly what we hoped Liquid versus IG to be. A lot of fantastic top of the game fighting, top class farming as well still from Burning, which is going to be able to pull through the victory.
Aegis advantage for Liquid is good. Let's see if they can use this Aegis to get at least the 2 tier 2s. I wonder if they want to try high ground. It's still not the biggest strength of their lineup. Neither of their heroes is very good at sieging. Generally, Spectre can be good with the Aegis, but they actually chose to give it to Miracle here. So there is a risk of Matumba going to push the high ground. That could set up IG for a nice fight.
Supposed to come out of the... I mean, they're in the Miracles here. They'd have the Observer and Sentry mid, so they saw him rushing straight down. Q's come way too far with the fissure onto 2 as well. They pop the horn. Q's out. Echo Slam to the face. XXS. Time. But that's your Warlock gone. 45 seconds.
And a BKB.
Don't worry of him at all. And this is the opportunity for Liquid to really get some damage done. Tier 2 to fall.
Middle tower has fallen.
Liquid already with some great vision as well over IG's half of the map. 3 boards. Giving them some really good intel on whereabouts of IG. Big cause Burning back down to the bottom lane. And this is sort of becoming a pattern in these fights. They're not able. They're able to kill everyone around him and just force him to have to run away from the fight. It's one way of dealing with this AM that's built very defensively to open with.
That's why it's so important to Liquid that the no attempt on Invoker fails, because not only do IG lose their Monkey King and their Legion,
Talking about a Monkey King
They
Both that has to be
entire
capitalized, revealed himself. He's going to look for the lead in Burning Pip. For the jump as well onto Kuroki. Kuroki almost certainly going to go down the Wuko's command. Is he going to meet up to get him? He's sticking down the under shadows. OP will find GH. Looks now towards Miracle. BKB's out from OP. Only a little bit of mana as he left, as he zips out. Burning with the Abyssal Blade. The control onto mind control. Chaotic offering to follow through. They'll get a third this time. IG. Great fight there. The BKB's working against Liquid's lineup. Very nice time round. A good initiation from OP. Burning as well. Follow through onto mind control.
the big difference there is that Monkey King gets to Caspell and they jump the Shaker with Storm. It's everything they should be looking for, shutting down the Shaker. As you said, nice jump from OP this time. They're still hesitant. They're actually in a 5-on-2 situation, but giving a lot of respect to Liquid here, not pushing that tower. And this is with a more or less full HP mana Storm Spirit. Well, back down, so some of the safest play from IG.
I like this as well.
The entire tournament.
I feel like this is something that I feel I'd expect Burning to do the opposite, but level 25, he's going for the plays. He's going for that Mana Void cooldown.
Yeah. I'm still a bit uncertain of talent in general. I feel like it's just, it pushes it into that really awkward place where...
I mean, it's what, a Mana Void every 20 seconds. You should get
great.
too often these sort of elongated fights.
So, if it was 10 seconds cooldown or 15, I think it would be a totally different story. Like then I would be like, almost always take this. But 20 is in that area where most of the time the fight is maybe not decided, but very close to. Perhaps it can be the turning point. You don't really know. You can't really just throw it away in the beginning of the fight to break. The Lincolns, for example, would be like, I'll have my void again. Don't worry about it. So you still. I still feel like most of the time when AMs have this talent, you still only really see one good mana void, but the extra one can give you like an exit kill on a TP, for example, or, you know, if the fights go that late, then of course the extended fights will be favoring IG because they have a Storm Spirit and now an AM with this double mana void, so you still need to consider what you're holding it up against. 25 agility is not bad.
It is a lot of stats to turn
3.5 armor, 25 damage, 25 attack speed, and obviously also good for his Manta style, so it is a fairly costly trade-off taking the mana void clone. We'll see if Burning can make it.
Maybe that crucial fight where we see it come ripped into play.
Aegis out.
That have kind of passed now.
Short road spawning. So it's 3.5, so 8.5 minutes between road 2 and 3. Oh, was that the first one? Oh, wait, never mind.
They're ready to go with the horn. GH there with the Echo Stand. They managed to chain lock Burning. Is it going to be enough? No. He gets the transfer over the BKB. They punch into GH. That's one down. Jump forward from Burning. Abyssal Blade on to Invoker. Miracle getting bashed up as well. Does get the Ghost Walk off. No detection between these two cores. He's out of there. Meanwhile, Q holding up the upheaval. The rest of IG backing off. Mind control into the trees. CP's out. Will escape. With this 2. Again, just very, very quick reaction plays from Burning. As soon as he sees any of his team being gone on, he just jumps past that initial jump and looks to lock down Miracle. Make sure that the Invoker can't get his combo.
It really feels like IG needs some detection on this Storm. So when they, every single fight, it seems like either Storm or AM will eventually be going for this Invoker, and Miracle is getting away with Ghost Walk. This is a very high level of play this game, and the detection may be slightly lacking on the side. They now have a Dust on the Legion, but would like to see one extra piece of the side. The problem is, oh, there it is, Dust on Storm. Yeah, so it was either that or Gem. I think a Gem wouldn't be a bad grab either, just to get rid of the map control. It really is a vision game right now. If all Liquid's vision is on, it gets a lot more difficult.
Talking about the cooldowns in this game, we're actually going to have Matuma Man as well, picking up the minor Spectral Dagger cooldown over the 400 health. This is, I mean, both carries, they want to fight Sin, and they want to do it with all the spells that they can.
This is a bit tricky with Spectre. You know, in theory it's great to have a 6-second cooldown dagger, but it's an expensive spell, and he is against mana burn of AM. So in some situations it will be great, in other situations this talent will be useless compared to a talent that's always online. The health will never be useless. Let's see.
Stupendous!
Mata gets that extra dagger off, that makes a difference. It is of course very nice to be able to throw this, just to constantly have yourself be in that phase and having the nice extra move speed, maybe cancelling out a pink dagger here or there.
And, I mean, Liquid, they would love to now a Butterfly on the Spectre, Octarine on Miracle. There's also a double damage in the hands of Matuma Man. He has Horn. If they can catch someone, they can kill them. But
Dire's top tower is under attack.
3 at the moment in the base. Only Burning and Q feeling safe enough to pass across the river.
This Bloodthorn of OP is important against Spectre. I think without Bloodthorning Spectre, they almost hit right now. Like, even though AM is this farmed, there's no True Strike on Burning. He's going for... So these two carries will be extremely difficult to kill for the opposing teams. But with that Bloodthorn, they have that extra little bit that they need to get through the evasion of Matumba. Let's see if Miracle goes for something, or, well, really, who on Liquid's lineup is going to deal with this Butterfly of the AM? Who's going to build the Bloodthorn or the MKB? I don't know. It's not really an item that either Carry or either Core on Liquid really wants to go for. Could get a little awkward for them. It's a bit more clear cut for IG. Liquid are taking an aggressive position here, maybe looking to... hoping for IG to take the bait and walk outside base. They're playing very safe. Roshan's actually close to spawning, and Liquid with the map control might be able to grab it if IG are too passive.
You can take it down very, very quickly at this stage of the game with these level 25 cores.
Checking Roche. Oh, that is really unlucky. Spawning down, just ran out the pit. They do not have this information just yet. Kuro didn't check it. Miracle will also not check it because Mind Control's like, I just checked Roche, guys, he wasn't there. If they knew, they probably could grab it right now.
Yeah, they could just go, because they see what IG cleaning out the wave in the mid lane. The courier will spot it, so Liquid do know now.
Let's see what we're gonna do. IG might just be playing a timing game here with they try to find a read on whether Liquid is doing Roche or not, and if they are, how far down the health is. There's actually still nothing checking it. Now Liquid will be showing on the top lane with Invoker. That should give IG the confidence that Roche is not being done. They need the Invoker for the Roche. Liquid going for the push. Online, of course, so Matumba doesn't need to be in. Slow siege here with the Forges. I say slow siege, Alacrity kind of makes it more of a fast siege.
She was almost certainly going, and that's forcing me off. But let's get caught out by the tornado. BKB pop and Miracle. Liquid, they want to fight here. At least Miracle wanted to, but the rest of Liquid won't want to jump in.
I think that was a good decision not to go.
Yeah.
Very optimistic from Miracle setting this up.
People will get the tower tonight, but nonetheless, the gold not really the issue at the moment. Just the loss of map control. Definitely the bigger trade-off that Liquid are happy playing from IG.
On Storm now as well. It's causing issues. Do Liquid have a ward on the map? So they're completely countered out.
Yeah, only sentries down at the moment.
Kuro, one on him. And this might be IG's chance to move.
Here we go on. Massive zipping gets GH, who's been forced back. Limit came, and Greaves trying to keep the Taker alive, but no, the Bloodthorn ticks him down. There's no shake of him for this engagement under control. Like him onto two. Hope he committed on him for that pin, falling over the bashes there to hold back Miracle. Burning, looking for the target, now backs away. The OPs can't fight mid lane. Spectre having fun with the Monkey King. The chaotic offering jumped down onto it. Burning goes forward with the mana ball. Oh, he's surged away. He'll survive. The Greaves Aura healing him back up. He's going to be A-OK. Miracle's controlling Burning out of the mana. Being pummeled down by Kuroki Mind Control. And Miracle, they do it. Liquid once again able to punish this initiation from IG that